este momento esos cuerpos que, de acuerdo a los científicos que van a declararlo aquí, son seres no humanos, que no son parte de nuestra evolución terrestre y que después de desaparecer no hay una evolución posterior. De acuerdo a la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México,
especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Hotep Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. Welcome to the after party. I am CannonHotep. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. You see that bullshit that y'all pull over on us? They try to talk about here goes some mummified aliens that we had on, in these little bullshit ass boxes. When I seen it, I was like, wait a minute, didn't they do this shit already? Ain't they the same aliens they tried to tout out to us like a few years back? Sure enough, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Hold on, let me fix my hat. There we go. Sure enough, that's exactly what it was. Oh my gosh, yo. I was like, yo, they pulling out all the stops. So they indict Hunter Biden on gun charges, which they already told us how it's going to go down. Now, I know the judge was like, yeah, no, we throwing out that deal and we're going to indict him. But at the end of the day, that deal going to get done. But we're going to talk about it. Oh, man. What else we got? Oh, that prisoner got caught. The prisoner in Pennsylvania got caught. And he got caught. They sent the fur missile after his ass. We're going to talk about that. And a couple other things. We see what's in the news. Anyway. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. So check it, right? First thing I want to talk about, I saw this earlier today. So let me pull it up. Now, anybody that's in like the keto community, right? Anybody that's in the keto community, you guys know this gentleman right here. Pull this up.
YouTube.
There we go. Y'all know this gentleman right here. After I get the let's see. There we go. Let me do this in real time. Boom. There we go. Dr. Berg, right? Y'all see this guy in the bottom right hand corner. Dr. Berg, he's helped millions and millions of people. Has thousands of testimonials of how he saved people's lives when it came to keto and helping them get on the right track. I know I reference his videos all the time when I was really starting it. So I started doing keto, right? I started doing keto back in 2014 when it was unpopular. 2014, 2015, when it was unpopular. When I say it was unpopular, it was unpopular. People was like, you're going to kill yourself doing it. They were confusing ketosis with ketoacidosis and all this other stuff, right? The human body can't survive on blah, 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 blah. So, I had a lot of success with keto. It has, and a whole lot of other people had tons of success on keto, right? Now it's the fad. Now it's the thing to do, right? Fast forward almost, 10 years later. Now it's the thing to do, right? But now, just like the YouTube overlords have reached us and they start shadow banning us, they're shadow banning people like Dr. Berg here. Listen to this.
YouTube has just now banned anything related to health that doesn't align with the general medical consensus. So if any information related to health doesn't agree with the World Health Organization, they won't necessarily always take down the video, but they're going to change the algorithms. So they're going to replace those videos that were popular, that had lots of likes and lots of engagement, with medical information. This new partnership with YouTube is supposed to protect you against misinformation and promote high quality health information. And their definition of misinformation is anything that opposes their viewpoint. I mean, if you go to drberg.com, you will see that I have 7,607 success stories. I'm helping people. I'm giving people lots of non-toxic solutions. And if you just read the comments, you'll see that a lot of people are being helped. So my information is not dangerous. It's not misinformation. It's actually quite helpful. And this new change is going to hurt a lot of people because they're not going to be able to find alternative viewpoints, alternative opinions. Sometimes medicine doesn't work. Looking for inexpensive natural remedies to handle certain body issues.
Now, we've seen this, right? When HJ did his interview with Peter McCullough and Tanai Ricks, they were giving out the solution on how to dissolve that spike protein. YouTube flagged it, suspended HJ, and took down the video for quote-unquote medical misinformation because it was going against the WHO. Never mind that it had life-saving information in it. It went against that narrative of the WHO, and I'm gonna go out and say Big Pharma as well. You know what I mean? Jackson Schofield, yeah, he is a Scientologist. I heard about that. But I don't give a fuck about him being a Scientologist because the shit that he giving people as far as good, solid information regarding the keto diet and what you need to do to reverse your metabolic disorders, i.e. diabetes and shit, that shit is on point and that shit is sound. I don't give a fuck if he a Scientologist. I don't give a fuck if he was a Muslim. I don't care if he was a Christian, a fucking Catholic, an atheist. I don't care. His information is spot on when it comes to that. You know what I mean? However, his channel, they're going to start to silence his channel just like they silenced the rest of us. Calling it medical misinformation or medical illiteracy. I believe that's what they're going to call it. They're saying that they're trying to say that people are too stupid to make their own decisions for themselves when it comes to the way they eat or the way they lose weight or the way they get healthy. And they need to be told how to do that. But they can't have people like Dr. Berg or Thomas DeLauer or Goody Beats or I don't know, Maria Emmerich. They don't need those people mucking up the works, so to speak. Even though their information is sound and it helps millions of people. He has 11 million YouTube subscribers who watch him solely for his nutritional information when it comes to the keto diet. And all of that shit is eventually going to go to the wayside. They're going to start by demonetizing him. They're starting by shadow banning him now. And eventually they may get rid of his channel if he keeps speaking on alternative ways to lose weight. Because let's face it, when you look at the food pyramid, That shit needs to be flipped upside down on its head. Period. Your grains and all that other shit should be fucking sparingly, especially when it comes to like black folks. Like carbohydrates are sugar. There's no such thing as a fat-free chip. That's a fucking oxymoron, because when that chip hits your system, your body can't break down the carbohydrates, so it's got to turn it to sugar. And then you burn the sugar off as fuel. But if you ain't burning the sugar off, the shit gonna get stored as fat. So like I said, all that shit, fat-free potato chips and all that other shit. All this shit is fat-free, but it's carb the fuck up. It's sugared the fuck up. It's killing us. You need to eat like the hunters and gatherers. That's how you're supposed to eat. Meats and vegetables. If you don't want to eat meats, okay, vegetables with good healthy fats. What I mean by good healthy fats, I'm talking about nuts and seeds. I don't know. You can do olive oil, avocado oil. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But the carbs and the sugars was fucking us up. The carbs and the sugars are what's giving people diabetes, metabolic syndrome. You know what I mean? I learned that shit firsthand. I did the keto diet as a fucking social, a social and a science experiment to see how that shit worked on me. If it made me sick or if it made me better. And that shit made me better. When I say it made me better, it made me fucking better. It made me better. See something. Okay, 1 second. Looking for something. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Look at this right here. That's 30 days. Before, just fat and out of shape. HJ said I look like I had downs. 30 days later. That was just 30 days of the diet. 30 days of the diet. An unpopular diet that's now super popular, that works for almost everybody. It's not a one size fits all on nutrition, people. And the WHO ain't cutting it. CDC ain't cutting it. Your doctors aren't cutting it. The body mass index, that shit is, I don't know who the fuck made that. But like I said, YouTube overlords is at it again, and now they trying to cut out not only people that's talking about, you know, politics and pop culture like we do, Second Amendment like I do, and Coleon, all those guys. Now they're really going after like health. They're going after health. And why is that?
But guess what? Now they're going to have a very difficult time finding those solutions, because all these medical sites are going to replace alternative health. I mean, I used to rank for so many conditions. Now you can't even find me unless you type Dr. Berg / whatever. And even on the keto diet, I have 928 keto videos. That's right, 928 videos. Guess what? When you type keto diet, you can't find me. Instead, the number one ranked video is from Mayo Clinic, okay? And the comments are turned off. And you can see the likes are actually not very high compared to the number of views. I think they have like 260,000 views, but very few likes. And it's an anti-keto video. And I'm going to share some interesting things in that video. But I first want to communicate a couple things. You know, a long time ago when Google started, they had this motto, and that was do the right thing. And then they changed it to don't be evil. And now I don't even know if they have a motto. But you think just giving people this one medical viewpoint, this monopoly over your body, your healthcare, you think that's going to increase the quality of health? I mean, basically this move is going to wipe out the competition, and competing viewpoints and opinions are very, very good in the healthcare field because it forces everyone to raise the bar and do better at getting results.
He's right. Like I said, it's going to be him. People like Thomas DeLauer, Goody Beats, Maria Emmerich. Those people is going to be affected. These are people that help millions of people lose weight and change their life. And they're doing it for the agenda. The agenda is to keep you sick and keep you dependent on Big Pharma. That's what it is. Simple as that. Simple as that. People like Terry Walls, who's she's a biologist who had MS, right? Biologist who had MS. She was in a gravity chair. I forgot. She was in she was like super aggressive, right? Super aggressive, right? Her MS was. You know what she did? She started eating, she called it the Walls Protocol, which is essentially keto, like Dr. Berg was talking about. She had 8 ounces of some kind of protein, you know, animal meat, like fish or whatever. And for every 8 ounces, she had 3 cups of vegetables, you know, leafy greens and shit like that. She went from being bedridden and in a gravity chair. And I think inside of 9 months, she was horseback riding across the Yucatan. Just off of the way she ate. Also, apparently, eating like this, the hunter-gatherer diet, whether it's the carnivore diet, and ask Strong Dad. He knows, ask Cassius Cam, they know. Right? But apparently, eating like this is helping kids with like depression in their attitudes and shit like that. Right? So I think I don't know if it was Terry Wall. I think it was Terry Wall. It was called Mind Your Mitochondria. It was a TED Talk. Another lady did one too, where she said she had a kid that had like, you know, ADHD and this and that, and the kid was borderline on the spectrum. She changed his diet to meats and vegetables, water, no sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, none of that shit. The kid's demeanor changed almost overnight. I think she said inside a week or two, her kid's demeanor changed, attitude changed, ADHD was gone, kid was more cognizant, kid was more alert, kid was a lot sharper. Same thing with adults. And this shit, I think, is a shame. It's a shame. It's one thing if you want to, you know, and you shouldn't come after anybody. You know, you should let everybody make their own determination, right? Somebody should be able to go and look at a Dr. Berg video and go, nah, or, oh, maybe he got a point. Let me give it a shot. But they taking that out of your hands in the name of medical misinformation. Which is crazy. Like I said, it's all for the agenda, guys. They want you sick and dependent on Big Pharma. They can't have people like him out here throwing a wrench into the cogs and get you thinking for yourself and dependent on yourself. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you guys. That shit kind of pissed me off when I seen that, because I remember when I was on keto and I was getting it. I think I went from 330 to like 275 in like, I think like 40 days or some shit like that. I was getting stronger and stronger, and then like I hit a plateau. I was like, what the fuck? And I needed to drop 15 more pounds to do a strongman competition. I couldn't. I'm like, why the fuck can't I drop this weight? So one of his videos just so happened to show up in my feed saying, like, basically was like, do you really need a whole lot of protein, right? So I'm looking at my macros and I'm like, I'm only taking in like 120 grams of protein a day, right? So he was basically like, when have you ever heard somebody having a protein deficiency unless they had a muscle wasting disease? I was like, dang, he got a point. So he's like, you know, basically like, cut your protein in half. I cut my protein in half. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel sluggish. I didn't feel anything. And the weight loss started happening again. I started dropping the weight some more. And I got stronger. Got stronger. All because of a video that I saw his. I was in a bad spot. I was stuck. And then I watched one of his videos. The shit fucking worked. And that's been for thousands of people, millions of people. Between him, Thomas DeLauer, you know what I mean? And Maria Emmerich. Pretty sure I'm forgetting a couple other people. Living La Vida Low Carb is a podcast. Abel James. I forgot what he calls himself, but Abel James. All those people, they're going to try and silence him for Big Pharma's agenda. So like I said, go over and go subscribe to those guys, you know. Even if you in shape or you ain't got no issues, subscribe to Dr. Berg, subscribe to Thomas DeLauer. Subscribe to those guys, man, just to, you know, help them out. Anyway. What's up, Matari? He said, come on, Canny. YouTube only wants the best for your health. Oh, man. The globalists, what's this? Somebody else, somebody's spamming. Here we go again. Let's see. Saw a breakfast cereal in a store a couple of days ago that said that had a big print turns milk pink, bruh. Montoya says I work in healthcare. He is correct. Anyway, but like I said, guys, this shit is nuts. But salute to Dr. Berg, man. He helped millions of people get off of like insulin, right? He got so many people off of insulin. Dr. Fong, look him up. He was doing studies in Canada. He getting people who've been on insulin their whole life for type 2 diabetes off of that shit in a week. Doing, you know, keto or a wild diet or a hunter-gatherer. Anyway, you're gonna see more of that agenda starting to touch a lot of people. Anyway, let's get back to the stories. So, where is it at? These aliens, yo. I was like, yo, where this story? I said, y'all remember this stupid ass story? I remember these aliens. I remember this shit happening like it was like 2016 or something like that, or maybe 2018. I can't remember. I just remember that story came out with these aliens. They said, oh, we got these alien remains. They're mummified. And then they fucking debunked them and was like, yeah, they just pieces of like kid. Like, it's sad. It's like it's pieces of like kids or some shit like that. And they just rearranged the bones to make it look like an alien. It was fucking crazy. But check this out.
Same stuff. A hodgepodge of human and animal bones. Here's a mummy named Josephine. A real beauty. Instead of humeri, she sports femurs or thigh bones. Her legs are even more baffling. One of the thigh bones is actually a femur, only facing the wrong way around, while the other one is a tibia. And they are completely mismatched. With the hip bone, there's no joint there at all. The poor humanoid wouldn't have made a single step. Some of the bones are simply chopped off. Note this asymmetry here. The fingers are a total mess too. The first pseudophalanges are facing in different directions on her left and right hands, with the white part facing up or down. Well, they just forgot to turn them the right way. Stuff happens. And look at this alien head. French paleontologist Julien Benoit thinks that those who crafted the small humanoid mummies used skulls of some small mammals for their heads, such as a llama or alpaca. Comparison shows that the reptiloid's cranial cavity fits perfectly the cranial cavity of a llama. The location of the olfactory bulbs, the inner ear, the brain hemispheres, and the cerebellum precisely matches those in a llama skull. The whole facial part of the skull was broken off.
Y'all get the point, yo. Y'all get the point. They hodgepodge this shit together. They hodgepodge this shit together to try to fool the public. Oh my gosh, and a lot of people fell for it. You had people, we're finally getting disclosure and all this other shit. And I'm like, nah, I don't buy it. I'm sorry. What you say, Jonah, when you sent me to my Twitter? He's like, yeah, and India really landed on the moon. Oh my gosh, yo, this shit got a lot of people. I was like, I'm looking at like, yo, this shit like some, like HJ said. I said, they wrap paper mache around some. What the fuck is this? That shit was hilarious. What is Peking Man? What this guy is like a Neanderthal? Like what is it? Peking Man is a subspecies of humanoid erectus, which inhabited the I can't pronounce that word. Zhoukoudian cave site in modern northern China during the Shibanian with these fucking words. The first fossil, a tooth, was discovered in 1921, and the Zhoukoudian cave has since then become the most productive humanoid erectus site in the world. I guess is what H erectus stands for. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a real good point. I don't know. They might have been. Look like Dave Bautista. Peking Man like Dave Bautista, especially this one right here. Whatever this rendition is. That is funny. Anyway, that shit was crazy. I seen them aliens. I said, yo, I remember that story, yo. So they really gonna recycle the story, and people fucking fell for it. People legitimately fell for it. I was tripping off of that. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know what they wanted us to believe. I really don't know. Anyway. Question is, what are they hiding? What are they distracting us from? That's what I want to know. Especially with this Hunter Biden bullshit. This Hunter Biden bullshit, they can kiss my ass on that one. They can kiss my ass on this Hunter Biden story. So Hunter Biden was indicted on 3 gun charges that we already know that he's going to get a slap on the wrist for. Even though the judge in the public, chastised and said, no, we're going to take this shit to trial. You're not getting this sweetheart deal. Right? However, they're still indicting him on these felony gun charges, which I'm telling you guys is going nowhere. But let's check out this story from what is this? ABC World News.
Hunter Biden indicted 3 felony gun charges, accused of lying about his drug use when he bought a firearm in 2018 and then illegally possessing that weapon for 11 days. It comes just weeks after the collapse of a plea deal Hunter Biden made with the same prosecutor who was then appointed special counsel by the Attorney General. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas leading us off tonight.
Tonight, the president's son indicted on 3 felony federal gun charges, accused of lying about his drug use to purchase a handgun and then possessing that gun illegally. Hunter Biden bought the Colt revolver in 2018 when he was at the height of his addiction. He has acknowledged using crack cocaine at times as frequently as every 15 minutes.
I went one time for 13 days without sleeping and smoking crack and drinking vodka exclusively. throughout that entire time.
But when Biden bought the gun, he filled out a form saying he was not a drug user, which prosecutors say made the purchase and possession of the gun illegal. Felonies that could put him in prison for more than a decade. The indictment comes after the collapse of Biden's plea deal with the U.S. Attorney for Delaware, David Weiss, appointed by Donald Trump and kept on by Attorney General Merrick Garland to complete the investigation. Weiss had been digging into Hunter Biden for 5 years, and it seems that they had agreed to a diversion agreement where he wouldn't face a felony gun charge if he complied with certain conditions. Biden had also agreed to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax crimes, acknowledging failing to pay taxes he has since paid. But that deal fell apart, and soon after, Weiss asked Garland to name him special counsel.
Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation and to continue to take the steps he deems appropriate independently.
Tonight, Hunter Biden's attorney accusing the special counsel of bending to political pressure from Republicans in Congress, insisting Hunter Biden possessing an unloaded gun for 11 days was not a threat to public safety, and arguing that the original deal to drop the gun charge should remain in place.
It will.
Today's news coming as President Biden was delivering a speech on the economy. No comment on his son's indictment.
There's a lot more I know we can talk about. I wish I had a chance to take all your questions, but I'm going to get in real trouble if I do that.
Pierre Thomas with us live tonight.
I'm going to get in real trouble if I do that. Like, no, President, you're not supposed to say that part. Look at this idiot, Joey L. Stevens. Hilarious that Republicans are now concerned with who can legally buy a gun. Joey's an idiot. Joey's an idiot. Look at him. Look at him. He's a big smiling idiot. Doesn't even know how gun laws work and how background checks work and all that other shit. The irony is not lost on me. No, it is lost on you, dumbass. Anyway, I digress. So, when you fill out the NICS form, it asks you. In fact, let's see if we can't find a NICS form real quick. Let's go ahead and zoom in, zoom. So this is a NICS form. All right, this is what you fill out when you go to get you a gun, right? So depending on what state you live in, you have to fill out this form and whatever state form that you have. So you have to go down these questions. You got to fill this shit out and then go down these questions. Are you the actual transferee buyer of the firearm listed on the form? So when you answer that question, they just want to make sure you're not a straw purchaser, right? They want to make sure that you're actually the person that's buying the gun. You're buying it for you and you're not buying it for somebody else. Because if you buy it for somebody else, that's a potential felony charge right there. You'll go to jail. Are you under indictment? Have you ever been convicted? Where is it at? Are you a fugitive from justice? Are you an unlawful user of alcohol, or user or addicted to marijuana or depressant, stimulant, narcotic, drug, or any other controlled substance? Once you click yes, it's supposed to immediately be like, oh, you can't get a gun. All right, you can't get a gun. All right. You keep filling that shit out, right? I know the one from Maryland asks you, are you a habitual drunkard? What's up, Jay? Jay in the building. Let me know if you want to jump in, Jay. So he lied on that part. He lied on that part of the form. Now, the thing about it is that nobody ever really gets charged for that shit, right? You lie on it. What's supposed to happen is the FBI is supposed to fucking go, oh, let's do a background check on this person. If it comes back, oh, this person, blah, 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 then you can't get a gun. Right? Thing is, unfortunately, I'm assuming that Hunter Biden has never been charged. Right? He's never been charged with, like, a drug crime. If he's never been charged with a drug crime, they can or can't say whether or not he was lying on this question, unfortunately. So if he's never been convicted, right? If he's never been convicted, they can't prove that he was using during the time he bought the gun. So unfortunately, this bullshit indictment that they're giving him on this federal gun charge is not going to go anywhere. It's for pure optics. It's for pure optics. That's it. Like I said, it's bullshit. One, they want to draw your attention away from some bullshit. I don't know what they want to draw your attention away from, but they're drawing their attention away from something. Two, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, yeah, we indicted Hunter Biden too, not just Trump, but they're indicting Hunter Biden on something that they really can't prove, right? They really can't prove it. So, I mean, yeah, they got like video of him or whatever saying, oh, I was using, but that's, you know, he could say I was lying or whatever. But they can't really stick it to him because he doesn't have any charges. You know what I mean? He doesn't, you know, he doesn't have any charges. What's that? He published it. I don't think that matters. Like, it don't matter. You know, I don't think it doesn't hold weight. I don't think. What's this? What the hell just happened? Alito pauses order banning Biden officials from oh shit, is that right? Okay, we'll get to that. That's interesting. But like I said, he don't have like, he may have said it in an interview or two, right? But he hasn't been charged or convicted for it. So I don't think they'll be able to. They're not going to be able to convict him on it. That's just my opinion. He's not going to get convicted on it. Even if they did convict him on it based on something, it's going to be that same slap on the wrist that they was offering him before. The slap on the wrist they were offering him before was for him to admit guilt, and then him admitting guilt, he would get like some kind of bullshit charge where he could still go and purchase a firearm. I forgot what it was. It was equivalent to a misdemeanor, and that he would still be able to go and purchase a firearm, which I thought is crazy. He'll still get that same deal. They just want to put this shit out here like that because they want to put this whole indictment of Hunter Biden out there to make it seem like the scales are balanced. And come on, guys, the fucking scales, they're not balanced. They're not balanced at all. He'll get off. He'll get that same slap on the wrist that they've been promising him. And we won't hear anything else about it. So it's this shit that you sent me. Yeah, let you guys see it. Alito pauses order banning Biden officials from contacting tech platforms. Supreme Court temporarily blocks a lower court ruling limiting Biden administration officials' contact with social media platforms. Here we go. Operation Still 2024 is in effect. Justice Samuel Alito temporarily paused a lower court order limiting Biden administration officials from contacting social media platforms. Alito's actions followed an emergency filing from the Justice Department Thursday that asked the court to block an earlier injunction previously set to kick in Monday that would make it difficult for officials at the White House, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the FBI to respond to online posts that pose a danger to public health or safety. Oh my God. Shut up. Alito granted an administrative stay, pausing the underlying injunction issued by the U.S. District Court Judge Terry Darty from taking effect until September 22nd. Oh, okay. Alito, why? Okay, so why only a couple of days? Alito also gave the Republican Attorney General from Louisiana and Missouri, who brought the case against the administration, until September 20th to respond. So okay. I wonder why only a few days? September 22nd around the corner. The Justice Department claims allowing the lower court ruling to stay in effect would impose grave and irreparable harms on the government and the public. It asked the Supreme Court to immediately block the Fifth Court's injunction placed on the administration while it files a formal petition for the justice to take up the case. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Are y'all serious? This is bullshit. Oh my gosh. So we see during the Twitter files and all this other shit how much of a hand the White House and the FBI and all these other people, the WHO, CDC, had in circumventing 2020. We saw that. We saw that they, the shadow government that saved the 2020 election. We saw that in the Twitter files. The Justice Department we can't have this shit happening again, right? Or some people in there, we can't have this shit happening again, guys. It can't happen again. We need to make it so that the White House and law enforcement agencies don't have a back door to these tech companies and influence another election. Lo and behold, Judge Alito. Oh man, Judge Alito pauses the order, hoping that to have the Supreme Court take up the case and draw out more time for them to take 2024. That is fucking crazy. I'm telling you guys, they throwing all the Hail Marys. They throwing all the Hail Marys just in case Donnie T is able to fucking beat them in court. They're throwing every Hail Mary they got. Holy shit. That's nuts. Holy smokes. Damn. Telling you guys, it's going to be a very interesting election season. Just going to say that right now. But like I said, back to the Hunter Biden thing. Hunter Biden will not be facing what y'all think he's going to face. Period. Sorry. Anyway. Sorry if I'm sounding a little lackluster. I'm just a little bit under the weather, but just tired more than anything. I've been single dadding it. My wife is in Texas. She's at a church event. So while she's at a church event, I got the kids, daughter got to be at the bus stop at 6:30. And it's not like a bus stop that's by my house. I actually got to take her to a whole nother high school so she can catch a bus from that high school to go to her high school. Then once I do that, I got to come in here, get my son together. Appreciate it, HJ. After that, come in the house, get my son together, get him on the bus, get to work. Then once I get him to school, then get to work, then leave work, haul ass to get my daughter from her bus stop, get her home, go back to work. So she gets my son from the bus, then haul ass back home to get him to football practice. But before I get him to football practice, I got to get her to dance. And then haul ass from football practice after I drop her off at dance, haul ass to football practice with my son, me and him run from football practice all the way back across town to get her from her dance class and then come home and start that shit again. So happy they don't got school tomorrow. So happy they ain't got school tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. They can stay home or go to work, come home and then chill. Actually, my son got football practice. Then he got a game on Saturday. Ooh wee, just a little tired. Just a tad. Just a tad. I ain't complaining, yo. I'm just telling you what I gotta do. God damn it. How many fucking kids you got, Manuel? Emmanuel said, Miss Cannon out here traveling for Jesus. Oh man. Anyway, this is the last story for the night. So, in Unk's neck of the woods, that escaped prisoner that fucking Spider-Man his ass all the way out of the goddamn prison and fucking had them on a manhunt for 14 days. All of us was like, yo, there's no way. They ain't caught this nigga. There's no way that he is still in Pennsylvania. Lo and behold, this nigga was still in Pennsylvania. Hey, shit, what you say he was surviving off of what? Creek water and watermelon. Oh my gosh, he was surviving off of creek water and what was he getting the watermelon from? Motherfucker just stealing watermelon. He had help or something. Creek water and watermelon. So for all y'all fat motherfuckers out there, this little ass lean ass nigga was surviving on watermelon and creek water for 14 days. If he can do it, you can do it too. Oh shit. Iron Man says that dude looks like the guy from Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, he kind of do. I know you're talking about. That shit is crazy, bruh. Look at this shit. Chester County, PA, a tactical team of Pennsylvania State Police and U.S. Customs and Border Patrol closed in on the escaped prisoner Danilo Cava, whatever the fuck his name is, as he lay in a wooded area of South Coventry Township on Wednesday morning. The capture ended a manhunt for I'm gonna just call him Cavalante. I don't know his name. A convicted killer who escaped from Chester County Prison. What the fuck is this? Get out of here. At the end of August and had evaded hundreds of law enforcement personnel for 2 weeks. Look at this Negro. Look at him. He looked like a fucking serial killer. Lifeless eyes like a doll's eyes. Still armed with a .22 caliber rifle stolen from a homeowner's garage this week. Damn. That don't look good for fucking Second Amendment. What the fuck? Anyway. Cavalante tried to crawl away through the brush and escape from the tactical units closing in. Officials said in a news conference Wednesday, then K9 unit bit him and held him down, and he was taken into custody. So they sent the fucking fur missile in for his ass. They said, we don't see you, but this fucking German Shepherd Malawal, whatever it was, gonna sniff your ass out. Fucking heat-seeking missile. They sent that bitch into the woods, and that motherfucker got his ass. Our nightmare is finally over. And the good guys won. Chester County District Attorney Deb Ryan said Ryan first spoke to the escape nearly 2 weeks ago. At that time, it was a race to figure out how it happened. It happened the same fucking way the first one happened. Because if you guys don't know, somebody else escaped from that prison a few months prior the same exact way. They thought that putting some razor wire on top of the building was going to help. No, it didn't, because this motherfucker got out too. The manhunt touched many lives on a deeply personal level, including Ryan, who worked on Cavalante's murder trial, sent him to prison for the rest of his life. My family and friends live in the perimeter, said Ryan. Ryan said, while it was happening in Pocaspawn in Birmingham Township, this trajectory to the east was close to my house and I was very concerned as well. They don't got a fucking picture of the hero dog. Where's fucking where's Sniffles? Where's the dog that caught him? I want to see the dog that caught him. Mike says, is it wrong that I was cheering for this guy to get away? God damn. What you want him to get away like he did in Raising Arizona? Come out through the mud in some fucking podunk town? Mashman said he was a hood superhero. Oh my gosh. Is that the name Yoda? Is that the dog's name? Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm gonna find Yoda. Here we go. Oh, get the fuck out of here. There we go. Yeah, Yoda look like he'll bite a nigga. Look at him. Look at Yoda. Yeah, that's a Malinois. I mean, they're a German Shepherd. They're a certain breed of German Shepherd. Yeah, that's a Malinois. That's that dog that was in John Wick that Halle Berry character had, and she kept yelling that shit at him, and they was running up walls and fucking people up. That's that type of dog right there. They're expensive. I think they're like $4,000. But yeah, that's a Malinois. Fuck that. If he trained like them dogs in John Wick, yeah, he ain't stand a chance. And look at him. Look, hey Jay, he got on they caught him with the Eagles hoodie on too. They caught him with the Eagles hoodie on. If I would have saw this, I'd have fucking voted. I'd have bet on the Eagles too tonight. Oh my gosh. So that's a little fur missile they sent after him, huh? That's what they are, yo. Them dogs, they little fur missiles. Because once they lock on some shit and you fucking send them, I be doing it with my dog sometimes. You'll see a squirrel or a fucking rabbit and I'll hold him and I'll be like, you see it? You see it? And that nigga starts shaking. He starts shaking. You see, get him. And his ass he on a beeline, son. He ready to fucking run through a wall to get that fucking rabbit or a squirrel. One day I sent my dog after a fucking rabbit. I thought he was gonna catch him too. He hauled ass. He was on that rabbit ass. And that rabbit gave him a fucking juke move. And my dog came off all fucking 4 legs. And that nigga came back defeated. He was defeated. I mean, he was on that rabbit ass. He was closing in fast. I got a German Shepherd. I got a Boxer Lab mix. So you know that both of those breeds, they want to fucking hunt shit and they fast. His ass took off. He was like a fucking bolt of lightning. He was on that rabbit ass, and that rabbit hit him with a skoo-koo, and his ass came up all fucking 4 feet. Oh my gosh, that shit was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. That rabbit made it to the fucking fence. He came back fucking defeated. He was pissed. He was so pissed that this nigga he harumphed when he laid down. He's like, and he just laid there. He was pissed. He was heartbroken. He didn't catch that fucking rabbit because he was on that rabbit ass. Oh my gosh. Iron Man said, shout out to K9 Yoda. Oh shit, Jay with the symbolism. And he stole the 22 after the 22 points the Jets scored on the 22nd year of that day in September. Oh shit. The NFL is a scripted game, or the universe is scripting this play. I had a theory, right? I had this theory that, like, what if like all of the pyramids, because we know it's more pyramids than this in Giza. There's pyramids all around the world, right? All around this great planet. What if the pyramids are what keeps the simulation going? What if the pyramids are what keep the simulation simulating? What if that big fucking building in New York that ain't got no windows with them big ass fucking air vents? It's the 10-4 Koofy hat time, guys. Y'all know that building I'm talking about, right? In New York, it's a big brick, like a concrete building. It got no windows, right? It's got no. I think they use it for Men in Black too, which is, come on, with no vents. What if that shit is like a fucking processor or a computer or some shit like that? And what if that's what's keeping the simulation simulating, guys? Got the gorilla. I'm just saying. I was thinking about that today. Cause I was just looking at shit. I'm looking at all this stuff that's going on. It's just all these coincidences. All this stuff is going on. It's crazy. Like if you don't believe in like laws of attraction and manifesting shit, yo, I don't know what to tell y'all. But what if all of these underground pyramids, the pyramids that we can see up top, what if all of them shits is what's keeping the fucking simulation going? I'm just saying. I'm just gonna put it out there. Mashman said we was AI. Yeah, what if we are AI, right? What if we're the first intelligent design, right? We're the first intelligent design. We're analog. We're the first intelligent design. We're analog, and now we're trying to move to the digital, right? You know, they say that these aren't our real bodies. These are just vessels, and when you die, you move on, right? What if this is just one big game of Roy? Y'all heard me say that before. What if this shit is just one big game of Roy? If you don't know what Roy is, fuck it. I ain't gonna make no money on YouTube tonight anyway. Let's see. Yeah, check this out. So this is from Rick and Morty. What if this is this, yo? What if this is all this is? What if this is all this is?
It's more complicated out here. These are flurbos. Do you understand what 2 humans can accomplish with 3,000 of these?
Here we go.
So you can play video games? Yeah, sure. I mean, if you spend all day shuffling words around, you can make anything sound bad, Morty. Here, check this out.
Roy, what's wrong?
I had a nightmare. I was with an old man. He put a helmet on me.
It's just a fever. Get some sleep. I don't want you missing school on Monday.
Fair use.
I want you kids to look around you today and think about your future. Now is the time in your life when anything is possible.
Spiraling perfectly. It's going to be caught by Roy Parsons. Roy Parsons is at the 20. Now he's at the 10. Nothing can stop Roy the Rocket. Touchdown!
I just think it's time to get realistic. Have you talked to my father about the carpet store? Roy?
Had we caught it sooner? Well, hindsight is 20/20, Roy. What's important is that we move quickly.
I'm not ready to die.
You're not going to.
Hey, thanks for the carpet, Roy.
Hey, Roy, you pull those Persian off-white shags for the clearance sale?
Whoa. Shit! Oh, what the hell? Whoa, where am I?
55 years. Not bad, Morty. You kind of wasted your 30s, though, with that whole bird-watching phase.
Where's my wife?
Morty, you were just playing a game. It's called Roy. Snap out of it. Come on.
I'm Morty. You're Rick. Hey, you sold a gun to a guy that kills people.
What if that's all life is, yo? Like, we have a creator, we have all that stuff, right? But we're in a simulation, like we're in a big game of Roy. What they say Bible stands for, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Whatever, we're here to learn lessons and all this other stuff before we move on to that. The great beyond, to our real bodies, right? What they say about energy can't be destroyed, it can only be transferred. Just saying. What else did they say? Like 0.6 ounces. 0.6 ounces is like leaves your body when you die. Or some shit like that. Or 6 ounces leaves your body when you die. How high do you have to be to watch that? I'm just high on life. But I'm just saying, guys, I was just thinking about that, right? If we were all really in a simulation, you had that one professor said that when he looked up and he was just, studying the fucking cosmos, he saw code. It was like a black doctor. I forgot his name. He looked up and he said he saw a code. He said space was a code. What if it is just a big fucking simulation? It's a big simulation and God put the controller down and his little brother picked it up and he's just fucking hitting buttons. He's just fucking mashing buttons. I'm serious. think about that. Like, oh man, God done put the controller down and his little brother picked it up and just mashing buttons. Saul said you gotta be really high to watch Rick and Morty. These are one of my favorite pair of Jordans, by the way. I'm so off topic. These are one of my favorite pair of Jordans right here. I actually have these upstairs.
Space Jam Jordan 1 mids? Well, that's exactly what Nike made here in a very sneaky way. At a quick glance, these look like a regular pair of black mids, but a few key details reveal that they're actually meant to resemble the iconic Space Jam Jordan 11s. For starters, the upper has black patent leather, which is the same leather used on the Space Jams. These mids also have an icy blue outsole, which again is the same as the Space Jams. But that's not even the craziest part. The Jumpman on the tongue is the same Concord color as on the heel of the 11s. The insoles say Jumpman and Jordan in the same font as on the tongue of the Space Jams, and for those who still think it might be a coincidence, Nike even made a Concord-inspired Jordan 1 low that I reviewed last week. But to top it all off, the official colors on the box are black, dark Concord, and white, which altogether maybe don't look as good on feet as the real Space Jam 11s, but these are still a great alternative.
Yeah, I still do shine shit, like buy like expensive shoes and stuff. Oh my gosh. Brian, hold on, what'd you say? Once I complete my understanding of the 369 theory, I will unlock the keys of the universe. Oh shit. Okay, I hear you there, Nikola Tesla. That explains the last few years kid brother button mashing. Yeah, if they're button mashing like he playing Tekken and he got Eddie Gordo. Come on, everybody's little brother or sister, when you play them in Tekken, they all pick Eddie Gordo and they start hitting fucking buttons so he can dance around and beat you. Oh, get out of here. Those shoes are dope. Oh, we definitely have this. If this is a simulation, it's definitely one of those decision-based games. It's definitely one of those decision-based games. You know what I mean? It's exactly what it is. Your decisions determine how your life goes, right? Everybody. So, like for example, everybody could be in the same room. Let's just say we all at HotepCon, right? All at HotepCon. Everybody in the chat, we at HotepCon. We chilling, we mingling, we having fun, right? But everybody at HotepCon is experiencing HotepCon differently from the person next to him, right? Like they're on their own little movie or show or Truman Show or simulation of Roy. I'm playing a game of fucking Brandon or Cannon. Yeah, for those of you who don't know my real name, my name is Brandon, by the way. No relation to Brandon Tatum or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. That's just shit I be thinking about all the time. I think about some crazy shit. You know what I'm gonna start doing? The minute cause I be driving and then some shit that just hit me, some weird fucking shit, and I don't be remembering it all because weird shit hits my brain every day, every second of every day, right? When I think if I'm driving and some weird shit just pops into my head, some weird like thought, I'm gonna fucking TikTok that shit. I'm just gonna be a random thought. I'm gonna just fucking TikTok this random ass thought, and why not? That'll be fun. Oh man. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I ain't got nothing else. I'm exhausted. I got one more day before the weekend. The kids don't have school, so that's fucking awesome. I thought about taking off with them, but I got some important shit I need to do tomorrow. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching that replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use some constructive criticism, guys. Anyway, until next time. Account gonna get flagged quick. Until next time, it's CannonHotep saying be safe, stay strapped. Don't miss. I'll holler at you.
Relax and take notes.